Welcome back to Boring Reviews. Jodi here.
Nick here.
And today we're reacting to...
We are reacting to Kevin Bridges. He's the comedian who was talking about the bus stop story, as he's on the Jonathan Ross show, and he also is joined with one of our favorites, John Krasinski.
Jim from The Office.
And many other things, A Quiet Place.
That's all that we need to know.
Leatherheads, which no one ever saw that movie.
Nope.
And I think he was in, I could be wrong, but I think he was in like one of the last movies that Robin Williams was in. Which is kind of sad. Another one I didn't watch. But this is about how he brings him to stitches. He makes him laugh a whole lot. Now, John Krasinski, is he Canadian?
I have no idea.
So I think we obviously just think American because, you know, he's got...
From North America.
I googled
Type in
Americans.
That's really
I'm going to look up all Americans and see if his name's on the list.
He's an American actor and filmmaker, Nick, in case you didn't know.
So he is not Canadian in any way. I'm not sure why I thought he was. I
don't
thought he
know.
was.
Why do you think he was Canadian?
I don't know. But I'm interested to find out exactly how, thank you, this guy puts him into stitches. One interesting thing is during the I don't want to say the C word. During the, not the shutdown, what do they call it? The lockdown.
Pandemic.
During the lockdown.
The pandemic.
Oh, the lockdown.
The global pandemic.
During the lockdown, he had a YouTube channel he created called like Good News or something like that. And it became really popular really fast. He was just making videos out of his house because he was bored, he couldn't work, this or that. And it became very, very popular. And then I think he sold it for like $13 million to someone else. I've never seen that channel ever since. So why would you buy a YouTube channel? I'm assuming you buy it for the name and the subscribers. And then never, I mean, maybe they still do it. I don't know. But that's just a random thought. Let's get to this video reaction.
If you want to buy this channel for $13 million, I mean, by all means.
We will consider it.
We will sell. My 12-year-old car is breaking down. I need a new one.
We will consider it. But with that being said, if you like our reaction video, please don't forget to
like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be aware of our next uploaded video. I almost said so you can be aware of our next $1 million.
Next $1 million. It was actually a pretty cool channel because it was all about sharing good news when everything was bad.
I love that.
And he would include stuff like his kids would draw and whatnot, but like in a very creative way. And he was like in his office at his house.
So nice.
Nice.
Have you done any acting, Kevin? Do you want to be an actor? Is that something you'd like to do?
I've done a couple of small parts, and I've been offered a few things, but I can never read a script.
Really?
Well, I can read, but it's like... I just don't know if it's any good. If somebody just came... I wish it was in retrospect. Like, I'd need to watch the movie first. I'd rather just made the movie.
That would be too late,
decided,
though. That would be too late for you to get
I know,
the
but
part.
if they just made the thing and put some stand-in guy...
Yeah.
And going, that's the guy we want you to play.
Yeah.
I know that's maybe asking a lot.
And I imagine you had to learn how to operate those weapons, how to almost be able to do that for real.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we went to weapons training with Navy SEALs, who are one of our elite forces. And we spent time using these guns. And the first time I shot a gun with them, they're pretty big. Yeah, that's how big they are.
Yeah.
And, you definitely get shocked into being totally nervous.
That's a real gun you use for the film?
Yeah, the whole movie we were using real guns. We were shooting blanks, obviously, but we were using real guns. And
But even blanks, people get injured, don't they? I mean, they are pretty dangerous.
well, the first day of shooting, we all lined up and started shooting guns for the first time. And truly the first bullet that was fired by all of us, one of them flipped up and hit me in the neck, which everybody was like, hot brass, it happens. And it sounds like a cool jazz band. You're like, hot brass. And then it hits your neck and you're like, this is not a cool jazz band. This is awful. And I had sunscreen on, so the casing stayed on my neck.
Wow.
And the rule of the Navy SEALs taught us was you can never stop firing on a firing line because if you go like this, you could shoot your friends. So for about a minute, it was just searing my skin. I still have a scar.
Wow.
So
that's...
now I'm a real man.
Yeah. Can you see the scar from there, Kevin?
No, your makeup team have done a great job.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's still a shit. No, I can see it. I can see it. I can definitely see it.
It was very hard. I tried to stay in shape as a, whatever that meant.
As a working actor, I guess you have to be fairly
it's like
fit.
Power bars and push-ups.
Yeah.
And then they were like...
an 8K.
What's that?
Now, I have the reaction to your changed physique caused quite a stir online. and we have some of the tweets that were posted at that time.
This is going to be great.
Now, Kevin, would you like to read some of these tweets out for John?
Yes.
These are the John Krasinski tweets. These are.
And by the way, pretend not to feel this way.
Okay. Can you now? Let me just check something because I know you're a very polite guy. Have you been able to understand anything that Kevin has said?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Hear that, Jonathan? Yes.
Yes.
Every word.
It's one of the bonus features of Braveheart.
I'm sorry if that was.
How to speak Scottish.
I need John Krasinski to hug me. I bet his arms would wrap around me twice.
That's about the length of my arms, not how good I look.
Are your arms abnormally long, or are they just imagining that? I mean, they look
I don't
regular
know.
length to me.
This one's all right. Here's the definition of walking sex.
Well.
Have you ever had walking sex?
Is that like The Walking Dead? Because that's a very
Yeah,
popular
yeah.
show.
There's another one here.
Similar sounds.
Saying the definition of sex monkey. What is sex monkey?
What is walking sex and sex monkey?
Well, you are, apparently.
Whoa.
That's the next movie, man. Walking sex monkeys. That's great. This one's quite nice, and then the guy obviously ruins it by coming across as a bell end at the end. It just says, John Krasinski is super funny. That's cool.
Thanks.
With an amazing body fat percentage.
Wow.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna be better. Just gonna say, when you have somebody in stitches, they're dying. But what else?
We live in a very hyperbolic world, and you know it's all about the views. I mean, this
Clickbait,
video
too.
itself
Yeah.
has almost 3 million views, so it definitely worked. I enjoyed seeing this because it has Krasinski on there, and the very few things we've seen from Jonathan Ross we've enjoyed. But I've never watched that show, Jack Ryan.
Mm-mm.
Jack Ryan is a very popular character from the books originally. And then Harrison Ford made a few movies with that character.
Oh, okay.
And then Alec Baldwin. Anyways, other people as well. And so they came out as a show on Amazon Prime, and I just never got into it. And I think the main reason why is Chris Pine did one a few years ago that came out in the theaters.
Oh.
And it was like the most boring movie I've ever seen in my entire life. It ruined the character for me.
Oh.
And I like Chris Pine, and I like the character, so I'm like, this is going to be awesome. And he's like a younger Jack Ryan or whatever, who's just basically, he's a government FBI agent or CIA agent or
I
something
figured
like that.
something in the sense of the image that they showed. I'm just not into... I don't know if that's gory or not, but I'm just not into
No,
violence and gore.
it's just, you know, the ones that Harrison Ford did were fantastic. Still some of my favorite movies.
He's a great actor.
Almost as good as me. But, not even close. I'm not even close. But, so it was cool.
The first he's not even close is a good...
No. But I had no idea he got in that kind of shape. I mean, that's impressive. I don't care who you are. Especially when you see him in the office, you don't think that he's hiding those six packs and everything behind. It's very hard to get to that level. It's not just, oh, they just don't eat that much. No, you have to put in serious time and effort to put in that work to get those kind of muscles. So that's impressive. He actually tried out for Captain America when they were casting for the first Captain America in the Marvel.
Oh.
It was him. From all these rumors, it was either him or Chris Evans.
I like that it was Chris Evans.
Well, yes, it's obvious now. But at the time, I'm like, oh, that'd be so interesting. Because I would never, ever think that Jim from The Office would be Captain America. And I'm like, if he could only get himself in a better shape, which I don't think he can, and now he can. But it's just like, I love Chris Evans as Captain America, but that still would have been really, really interesting. That would have been a huge break for him in his career.
Yeah.
It just never happened. He was eventually in one of the Marvel movies as Reed Richards. They didn't go with him for the long haul, but whatever. If you like our reaction and my rambling anyway, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.
Goodbye.